Welcome in. David Roy here in the broadcast booth as we get you set up, get you squared away for the district opener. Opening night, the Maroons come in to Del Valle, a scene we've been at before a few times. Last season, start on this same field, didn't end the way the Maroons would have liked for it to, but that doesn't change the goal ahead of them here coming into this season. There's a few changes. There's several changes, I should say, and among them, it's really the pitching rotation that is a little bit different here tonight. We'll get into the lineups, get you everything as we get you set. Welcome in here on the Vibe Live Network, your home for the Maroons and Maroon baseball. Austin High comes in tonight, coming after a week of tournament play and a weekend of tournament play. Saw some mixed results, and they were on the wrong side of a big outing by Liberty Hill to open up tournament play, followed it up by being on the right side of a big outing. They got shut out by the Panthers 9-0, turned around 11-1 win over Belton. Then go into the weekend, have that Friday slate of games. And, Cedar Park, they go up against, they don't go up against Cedar Park, They're at Cedar Park, go up against Laredo United. Saw a little bit of both, right? Saw a really strong start. Things kind of went sideways there as you got into the top of the 6th inning, 7th inning. And then you saw resiliency, right? You saw it all from this Maroon team a week ago, and then you get into the Hutto game, and things kind of start out ugly, and then they were able to sort of stabilize things just not enough to get out of there with any kind of win. They come into tonight coming out of that stretch and all the non-district stretch they've had to this point, 7-6-1 on the season for them coming into tonight as the Maroons look to pick up their first district win of the season. When you look at the season on a whole, there's several games that I think pop up as winnable, and several of which folks at home, you know about them. As we've seen, Aikens, usually a stretch of games you expect your Maroon team to win. Bowie always presents a tough challenge, but you want to be able to win that stretch of games. And then, of course, this Del Valle squad. If you can pick up and you can win those series, maybe even split one of them, you're in a pretty good shape as far as playoffs look. It leaves you with Westlake, Lake Travis, and Dripping Springs to sort of round that out. And it sets up and it sets a stage where Dripping Springs, as we saw a season ago, they're able to be got, right? It's not always as cut and dry as you may think. And, unlike when you get into football season, I think baseball season opens up the door a little bit more. You have a little bit more leeway. That being said, it opens up that door. That margin of error becomes a little bit wider as opposed to some of the games that you may have in the football season. Speaking of margin of errors, the Maroons against Del Valle of late, they've had some pretty wide margins for error, the way they've been able to play and the way they've been able to execute. Tonight, though, not so much that's going to be the case, as this wind is going to be pushing everything in. It's blowing from straight away center, pushing back in to the infield. So things are going to be kept short. This isn't going to be something that you're going to see where teams are going to be able to just take and drive. This is going to be a night where things are going to be relied upon in terms of smart base running, knowing your steal signs. You're probably going to have to lay down a few bunts. You're going to keep things short. You don't want to ride things out. You're going to want to hit a few more line drives kind of things, and you're going to want to be able to put ones kind of layered, right? Layer it up and over the infield, but you're going to want it to kind of drop in behind your infielders. That's the challenge from the base paths here tonight. As we'll get you set up, we'll take a look here at your Maroon lineup here, and we get you started here this evening. This wind blowing, I told you this wind is blowing in. Only so much I can do about it, unfortunately. We will make do with it, though, the best that we can. I'll go ahead and get you guys your lineup started here in just a moment. We'll go through both teams. Of course, we'll start with the Maroons offensively, as they are who you will be expecting to see. So we get you set up here. let's take a look at this maroon lineup here, and we'll go through your starters from top to bottom, though. You'll see it on your screen here on that left-hand side. Jason Martinez will get the start at the plate here this afternoon. A lot of this lineup, and really it's the important part about tournament play, it's almost like your spring training, right? If you're Austin High, some of your scrimmages get thrown in there, but the rest of it, you're kind of solidifying and competing. Not necessarily so much concerned about the record as much as you're concerned about, getting the lineup set and figuring out where guys are going to fall in the order. And a lot of this lineup, for those of you who tuned in over the course of these last few weeks, it should look pretty similar. Jason Martinez will get the start off the plate. Charlie Dice comes in right behind him at the 2-hole spot. Patrick Bird batting in the 3. Jimmy Bramble will be batting in the 4-hole slot. Bodie Martiak is your designated hitter here this evening. He'll be batting in that 5-hole slot. Luke Whalen will round out that middle third of the order, and then your bottom third of the order, Osby Contreras, Ames Alejandro, and it'll round out with Zach Huff. Let's go ahead while we have a minute here, and only so much I can do about the wind, folks. We'll get you set your defensive lineups here. Take a look at your Maroons. A lot of it's been pretty straightforward, and none of it is anything that we haven't expected coming into tonight, and it's about how I would have expected it to be penciled in. Carter Hayden will get this start off the mound. Jimmy Bramble will start at first. Hayden's battery mate, of course, will be Osby Contreras. And then Ames Alejandro will hold down the second base spot. Patrick Bird will sit at shortstop. Zach Huff will sit at third base. And then Charlie Dice, Jason Martinez, and Luke Whalen will round out your outfield. They are monitoring this weather, this cloud cover out here to the
ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Del Valley High School.
Kind of blowing around as we'll get you set, get you started. Before we get you too far away, let's set the defensive lineups here for you here this evening. For Del Valley.
At center field, number 10, Jason Martinez. At left field, number 4, Charles Dice.
See it on your screen, popped up there. Del Valley, they'll see Andrew Rodriguez get the start off the mound. His battery mate, George Alvarado Flores, he'll get the start from behind the plate here this evening for the Cardinals. Adam Banda will be starting at second base. A. Natal at first, of course. Ronel Martinez will start at third. Shortstop will be Zach Rodriguez. There is not an error on the lineups on your screen. It is the Garcia brothers from left to right. Jacob Garcia, Jeffrey Garcia out there at center field, and then Jordan Garcia holding down the fort in right field. We'll set for you the Del Valley offensive lineup here.
Your lineup, second base, number 2, Adam Banda. Left field.
Take a look for him. Banda will get the start off at the plate when the inning turns over to the bottom of the first. Jacob Garcia will be batting in the 2-hole slot. Andrew Rodriguez in the 3. Aiden Natal will be batting in the 4-hole slot. Zach Rodriguez at 5. Garcia, Jordan Garcia at 6. And then your final 3 to round it out, George Alvarado, Flores, Ronel Martinez, and Jeffrey Garcia will round out the mound, or the plate, and the batting order here this evening for Del Valley. This wind is fierce, and not joking about that in the slightest. This is as fierce of a lineup as you could, or as fierce a wind as there has been in some time out here. Usually when we've been out here at Del Valley, it's been beautiful, it's been sunny. This evening, this wind, a little bit of rain starting to kind of try to trickle in. We'll hope it holds off here for you as we will step aside here for the national anthem. Well, this wind is fierce, and I mean, I'm looking at the radar here. We're hoping this weather will continue to hold to the west of us and continue to just kind of push. Just a couple little sprinkles here and there. We're hoping it stays that way throughout the duration of our evening in our broadcast here as we are set up here on the first base side, just behind home plate here. We got the camera down in the scoring booth, but usually they're broadcasting. I don't know if they are tonight or not. I believe they are. So they got, we're set up here down in there, and we're getting you a great view from behind the plate. We're just not sitting with the camera. We have the wireless set up here for you here tonight, so it'll give us our chance to kind of stay off the side where we normally set up. And thought for sure the weather would hold off. We're hoping it continues to just kind of stay at bay with any of the rain here. Well, again, I'll go ahead and we'll pull you up here the Austin High Maroon lineup. As we get you started here, get you set. Jason Martinez will get the start at the plate here tonight for the Maroons. Charlie Dice standing in behind him at the on-deck circle. Patrick Bird batting in the 3-hole slot. Bramble, your cleanup hitter at the 4, and opens up the middle third of the lineup here. Martiak, the DH, sitting in the middle of the order. And then Luke Whalen will round out that middle third. Osby Contreras, Ames Alejandro, and Zach Huff round out the order here for the Maroons here tonight.
Starting off the night, number 10, Jason Martinez.
So Martinez will step to the plate here, takes for strike one. Fouls off this first one. And this pitch then comes back upstairs a little bit high here. Goes for ball one. So Martinez down 1-2 in the count. If the wind can stay like that for the rest of the night, and of course I say that as Martinez pops this one up here behind the scorer's box. So Rodriguez dealing pretty well here so far. Comes back ball two. So this is proven to be a much longer at bat. Here Martinez standing in. Pitch on the way, and Martinez gets a piece of this one. So we will stay at 2-2. Jason Martinez putting up a fight here. At the plate early on. Good leadoff. And Rodriguez this time will finally take Martinez down. He'll go down swinging. That's one away here for the Maroons. Everybody kind of throwing out their ace pitcher, I think, here tonight. Of course, Carter Hayden has looked really good. Got a lot of compliments out of the Belton game by Belton fans, by the way, at how, he has such a good command of his pitches. We'll see him in the bottom of the inning right now. Charlie Dice had a pretty chilled bat going through tournament play. Kind of started to heat up as you got through into the back end of things. Dice trying to sell in here. Strike two. Getting some points from Coach A down there. So we do have 1-1 on the count. So Dice, nice even. This one downstairs. And Dice will get the call in his favor, 2-1. Dice rips this one. And Charlie Dice just couldn't quite beat the play out over at first. And that is 2 away. Brings up Patrick Bird here to the plate. Bird trying to stand in, get you set up. And check swing here. Some heat brought by Rodriguez. We'll have the radar on that one, but he brought heat. Misses the zone, but he brought heat. Bird rips this one into foul territory, so it evens up the count, 1-1. And Patrick Bird trying to get things going here. Pitch on the way from Rodriguez. This one chopped down into the turf in front of him. At his feet, that'll go as a foul. A 1-2 count here for Bird. One-two count. Bird into his senior season. Chops this one down the way over to third. Throw is low, but in time, and that'll retire the side. So 3 up, 3 down, but a lengthy at-bat for Jason Martinez. Rodriguez got the better of him in their first exchange. We'll see if Martinez can answer things later on here in the night. But for now, we head to the bottom of the first, tied 0-0, and Hayden Carter gets set to make his debut as the Maroons' opening night pitcher here in district play. We'll see him on the mound when we come back here on the Vipe Live Network.
At Horizon Bank, we're from here. With over 100 years of experience serving Central Texas customers and headquartered right here in downtown Austin, we're proud to support our community and the athletes who keep it strong. Stop by any of our Austin and Central Texas locations and see how we can help you meet your goals. We'd love to meet you. Or you can visit us on the web at horizonbank.com.
Welcome back in. David Roy here in the broadcast booth as we get you set. The district opener underway. And the Maroons pitch here on the way. Hayden Carter getting you started up to a 1-1 count for him. Everybody's going to have to deal with this wind here this evening. Pitch on the way again from Carter. The 1-1 delivery just missed outside. 2-1 count here. Carter trying to sell in. Comes back with 1 here. 2-2 the count. He evens it up. Yeah, this early inning, I know, everybody kind of wants to jump out, get a strong start, kind of like what Hutto had, against the Maroons on Friday evening. But in reality, it's really just kind of a feeling out as Hayden Carter fits this in for strike 3. That's 1 away. He'll sit Bonda down. brings up Jacob Garcia to the plate
Next up in Del Valle,
for his
number
first
13,
plate appearance
Jacob
on the
Garcia.
evening. You know, it's kind of like a feeling out period. You know, it's kind of like the early chess match, trying to get level as to what the other team is going to do, how they're going to respond to your pitches. You know, what are they going to chase? Are they going to chase anything? Maybe they don't. You just kind of try to get an answer to it as best you can. 1-0 count. This one lifted back into the center gap, and that'll go down as a base hit. It's the one thing I said about Carter. He is willing to attack, and he will attack the zone.
Next up, we got number 4.
He is not afraid about it.
Rodriguez.
And it opens up. You're going to have opportunities to get base hits, to get base runners off him. But the other side of it is, too, he throws a lot of strikes. So he's going to put things in the zone, and he does never shy away from it. It creates an opportunity for the Maroons to see Carter as he has worked himself into a 2-0 hole. Now they've changed it on the board here. 1-1 is the count apparently now. Carter misses outside. 1-2 count. Excuse me, 2-1 count. There we go. We'll get that fixed. Easy to get turned around sometimes. The buttons are all right next to each other. You miss them. As Carter gets Rodriguez a chase here. 2-2 now on the count. A nice cut over the top. 4 strike 2. Pitch on the way here from Carter Hayden. Fills the count. 3-2. Runner standing in at first. Maroons standing at double play depth. This one popped and fouled away over here to the first base side. Keeps the count full. Carter was winding up. Time call taken there by Rodriguez. This is turning into a long at-bat here, too, for the Maroons. And that'll be a ball 4 walk. So that puts 2 on for Carter Hayden, and that is how Osby Contreras will come out, talk with Carter Hayden, just try and get them on the same page, right? And sometimes it's all it boils down to. Sometimes you just get into out of sync as battery mates, and
next up for Del Valle, we got number 10, Aiden
notifications.
Natal.
It's a great time of year, by the way. I always talk about it, but you have basketball getting set up into March Madness. They're having all their conference tournaments and everything else going on. High school basketball, they're into their playoff run here, approaching the state title. And Carter Hayden fits one in here, goes for strike 1. So you have that element to it. But the other part of it then is, you know, baseball going on. The World Baseball Classic is going on. The U.S. looking pretty good. Didn't get to finish a game last night. Had to get up early. But they've been, you know, pretty outstanding in their Group B. They're playing, actually, that stretch of games is going on down in Houston. If anybody wants to head down there, take a weekend trip kind of down there and, you know, tune in person for the World Baseball Classic. No idea what tickets are going for. I can't imagine. It's not quite on the level of FIFA, but I always equate it to FIFA just because you have the groupings and it's such an international affair. As Carter Hayden up to a 3-1 count. Just not quite. I see everybody at home, folks of you at home, if you believe in broadcaster curses, you'll probably blame this on me. I don't think it's fair, but you'll probably put this on me as this one popped into the netting here. 3-2 now the count. That fills it up. Yeah, I didn't mention the dimensions of Cardinal Field out here, and partially because with the wind blowing in, they really don't matter. Gotta imagine it's 370 out to center field, 320 down the left and right field sides. Pitch on the way. This one just over the top. Fouls this off. And Carter Hayden, Del Valle not being aggressive on the base paths right now. Only the one out. 2 on, 1 in scoring position. Carter Hayden has not they've almost been an afterthought. He does check there. Pitch on the way. This one cut over the top. That'll sit 2 down. A nice big strikeout there from Carter Hayden.
Number 3, Zach Rodriguez.
By the way, that was Natal who was up. I didn't update that on the graphic, but it was Natal who was up. And Natal. Zach Rodriguez now sets up. There's a couple Rodriguez. There's 3 different Garcias for Del Valle here on the field tonight as Carter Hayden has this one popped into the netting. It's a good strike one to get started. On the Maroons. And rightfully so right now. You'll notice may not be able to see it quite as well just because of the netting messing with the focus of the camera. It's not quite sitting right up on it. We just have it protected right there in the score tables box as the 0-2 off the foul ball here. But your outfield is cheated in. Like I said, this wind is blowing back in towards the plate. So it's going to keep everything in the park. Going to be really tough to take one out without the aid of the wind to carry it. This one down in the dirt. Nice block there by Contreras to keep that from turning into an extra base by these base runners. Does still have the 1 in scoring position, but, you know, Carter Hayden strike away here from getting you out of the inning. This one popped into the netting. A 1-2 count still for Zach Rodriguez here at the plate. Carter peeks over his shoulder, delivers this one, grounded over to Jimmy Bramble. Bramble will do it himself, and the Maroons will get out of the side. The Cardinals leave 2 stranded as we head into the top of the second. Still tied. Everybody's looking for a run when we come back here on the Vibe Live Network, your home for Maroon baseball.
Hi, I'm Jenny Covert. Welcome to Covert Chevrolet in beautiful Bastrop, Texas, where small town values drive big time savings. At Covert Bastrop, we understand what matters to you most. A good deal, great service, and dealing with people you trust. What matters to you matters to us. Rooted in family values since 1909, the Coverts have been serving Central Texas for 6 generations. We want to be your car dealer. Let us prove it. Covert Chevrolet, Highway 71 in Bastrop. Together, let's drive. CovertBastrop.com.
Welcome back in. We won't keep you away for too terribly long here, so we'll get you set up here. Back for the top of the second inning. Jimmy Bramble will step up here to the plate as the Maroons saw a first inning go by, had some contact, was able to make a couple hits, just couldn't get any base runners out of it. Martinez had a nice long at bat. Bramble was able to get some good looks, and it's really important, right? It's the one important thing we always talk about it when you're that leadoff hitter. It doesn't matter as much if you get on base. Obviously, it's a goal, right? You want to get on base, but even if you don't, at least extend the at bat. Give the guys in behind you a good look at what this guy's throwing, all the different pitches, all the different variations, and give them a chance to kind of see it, kind of start exposing them a little bit early with your lead off. Good pitchers will be able to get you out of there and hold some stuff back, keep some secrets. But when you start to get into those lengthy at bats, they start, pitchers, especially at this level, get frustrated. They start, throwing the kitchen sink at you, trying to get you out and, get out of that situation, out of that jam. So it helps the guys in behind. It's an important part of the team element of baseball here as Bramble will come in to get it started. takes this downstairs, goes for ball 1. And ball 2 here. Rodriguez dealing off the mound right now. Nice pitch in there. Goes for ball 3. So Jimmy Bramble in a pretty good spot here. We'll take a quick peek at the lineup here again for you. Right now you're looking at Bramble, Martiak on deck, Luke Whalen coming up here, and a middle third. As Bramble takes with a 3-0. As well he should. Gives up the 3-1. And pitch here fouled away back into the wall here in front of the scoring table. 3-2 now the count. Bramble with a full count. Takes this one off the back of the shoulder. And a hit by pitch. Sometimes you got to take one for the team. Jimmy Bramble does. And that'll put him on a bag here.
Next up, we got number 7.
Even if Bramble, which at that point, ball 3, like Bramble, you can probably get out of the way. You don't need to take that one. You can let it go. It's going to be ball 4 at that point. But takes one for the team. Brings up Bodie Martiak here. 1 on, nobody out. A good spot here for Martiak. And just cuts over the top. Made contact, so they'll rule that. Just a foul here. Just got a piece of it. And it still went straight back into the glove of Alvarado Flores. The 0-1, Martiak has this carried. Would have been a pretty good long hit, but that wind, like I said, it's pushing in here, and it pulls that one out towards left into foul territory, sits Martiak down in the count 0-2. Pitch on the way, Martiak fouls this one off, this time to the other side. Some might call that an overcorrection. Hits it foul over to the left side, comes back, hits it foul off to the right side. I think we can put one just down the middle here. He does, right up the middle over to second. The quick throw is short. They will get the out for Jimmy Bramble. They'll get him out as a lead runner, but Martiak beats the throw over to first.
The number 3, Luke Whalen.
I'll bring up Luke Whalen. This pitch in there for strike 1. Whalen will take. Doesn't like it. Sits back on it. Sets up the 0-1 count. 1 away, Rodriguez steps off the mound. Now hold Martiak at first. Rodriguez comes back, throws, trying to get to Bodie Martiak out here. I apologize, I keep sticking an R in there, and there doesn't need to be one. Bodie Martiak out there. At first, dives back in, stays safe in the bag. So the 0-1 count. This wind kind of dying down here a little bit. Martiak fouls this one up and behind. Contreras is half into this catcher skier. It's kind of like, I know, you watch Major League Baseball at home. Everybody's got the elbow guards, the leg guards. You get to these catchers sometimes, depending on where they're at in the lineup, they kind of get to some guys won't take it off, but some will when they're up to bat. Contreras kind of gets the free leg guards. It's courtesy of being a catcher here. Rodriguez really been concerned right now here this inning with Martiak at first. It's the second time he's stepped off and twisted back to throw his way. Luke Whalen pops this one into shallow right. And that's out number 2. And it's just tricky. I mean, I know you can't hear the wind as much right now. It kind of seems like it's died down, but it's still pushing. And so, even you pop that up there, it can get caught in that current and just sits down. Alvarado Flores kind of motioning out there. It's the third time that Rodriguez here this inning has gone to Martiak at first. It's not like outside pitchers are, aren't concerned about it, but they're, comparatively, it's almost like Rodriguez, compared to how Austin High pitchers have, treated base runners, it's almost like Rodriguez is paranoid having a runner in there. And he's a right-handed pitcher, so I know Martiak's behind him, but, 2 away with only the one at first. Not sure it's a spot, Martiak would jump at. 1-1 count. Contreras just cut over the top. Just got a piece over that top third with the barrel of the bat. And this one, it really just felt like a pitch out the way that Alvarado Flores popped up. And it's not like Martiak's getting that big of a lead. Watching his splits out here. He takes kind of those shuffling steps on every pitch. As Osby Contreras lifts this out, pop out over to left, and then he'll retire the side. So it's a pitcher's battle right now here from Cardinal Field. And the way this wind is playing, it may stay that way for some time until that wind caves or until either of these teams can figure out how to stay on the base paths and pick up a couple runs. We'll see which of those will break first when we come back here on the Vibe Live Network. We'll turn things over to the bottom of the second on the other side.
Nance Orthodontics is committed to providing the highest quality orthodontics for the Austin community. Dr. Nance is a board-certified orthodontist and offers Invisalign and braces to create beautiful smiles. Our friendly team is passionate about creating beautiful, life-changing smiles for all ages with the latest technological advances. Patient comfort and happiness are our highest priority. Give us a call for your complimentary consultation today.
Almost every day, banking touches some aspect of your life, from growing your business, saving for retirement, or planning for future generations of your family. That's why it's so important to pick the right financial partner. The good folks at Plains Capital Bank have deep roots in Austin, serving Central Texas owned and operated businesses for over 20 years, from commercial real estate to managing your wealth. You can find them at plainscapital.com or call them at 457-7500. And when you talk to them, be sure to tell you that my friend Paul said hello, member FDIC.
Welcome back in here on the Vibe Live Network. Maroons, Cardinals in quite the battle here.
The game day soundtrack continues here on Game Time. How can a partnership with Del Valle Athletics help promote your business at all Cardinal sporting events? Contact Jay Martin, girls coordinator.
Number 15, Jordan Garcia.
So 1/3 of the Garcia outfield trio for Del Valle steps up here. And Carter Hayden starting to heat up. Pitch on the way. This one ripped. Patrick Bird snagged it, dropped it. Had a case of the butterfingers, and that'll lead to a base runner.
Next up, number 11, Jorge Alvarado Flores.
with nobody out. Bird just kind of, I think, trying to switch over. Just kind of fumbled it in his grasp. Couldn't get a good handle on it to make the throw. I think in a normal situation, Bird 100% makes that throw. 10 times out of 10, it's not even a question. Sometimes it's a one-off, right? The 11th time he scoops it up. It just missed. 1-0 count here. This one, a curious bunt attempt. Not in terms of, timing. It makes sense, right? You're having a hard time really kind of hitting because of the wind coming in. So you're laying down a few more bunts. And you're going to see more of those as the night progresses. But it's, from our angle, it just seemed awkward technique. Maybe it's just our angle. It looks better on the camera. Two-one the count. Pitch upstairs. Goes for ball 3. Now you have Huff. Because Bramble has a runner at first, Huff is going to have to play at the plate, which makes it kind of difficult because Jorge Alvarado Flores batting from that left-handed box. 3-2 after Alvarado Flores fouled it off. On the bunt attempt, just kind of having a hard time getting it lined up. This one downstairs, ball 4. So it's 2-on. Spot that Carter's been in a few times here. Already, we will have a courtesy runner for Alvarado Flores. Micah Campos
Next up, we got number 8.
will be the courtesy runner for Flores. 2-on, nobody out. Here for Carter Hayden, and both of the two holding at first and second. As this one driven over to Ames Alejandro. Nice flip to Bird. And Bird, it's like he's got a hole in his glove. Dropped it again, trying to switch over to his throwing hand after pulling it into the glove, and Coach A now will call time, and I think he's wanting a conversation. I think Bird kind of dropped it because he went to brace with a runner, and so I think Coach A gonna discuss about interference, and now they're gonna have a conversation about that. I think it's a worthwhile argument that if you're going to say that the runner causes Bird to drop it because he's in there, under a normal circumstance, Bird makes that throw to first. The umpire only confirmed the runner out.
Number 5, Jeffrey Garcia.
Second. So, long conversation. Coach A trying to squeeze maybe a second out of there, but only the one. This popped straight up, and Contreras snags it off the bunt. Osby Contreras. That's 2 away, and it holds the runners at the corners. Maybe the most important element of that, decent bunt attempt, but because Contreras is there, it forces Jordan Garcia to have to bail. He can't pursue. So Ronel Martinez stands in at first. Runners at the corners, 1-0 count here. And Contreras, the throw to second. Alejandro. This time kind of bobbles it. So 2-0 count, 2 on, both in scoring position. And again, it's a spot Carter Hayen has been in a few times before, just over the last weekend. And Hayen misses high this time, ball 3. 3-0 count. Pitch on the way, it's in there, strike 1. And this one driven right back over. Bird didn't have any problems handling that one. Makes a throw in time to retire the side. And the Maroons leave a pair stranded for Del Valle. Get out of the inning. No runs scored. Couple hits, couple base runners. But no runs scored as we turn our attention to the top of the third here on the Vibe Live Network.
Maroon Baseball is supported by Austin's oldest independently run pharmacy, Terrytown Pharmacy. Founded in 1941, Terrytown Pharmacy has been family owned and operated since 1950, and the Newberry family is loyal forever. Visit Terrytown for great customer service, incredible gifts, and necessities. If you haven't transferred your prescriptions yet, give them a call. Thank you, Terrytown Pharmacy, for your consistent annual support of Maroon Athletics. Terrytown Pharmacy, online at terrytownpharmacy.com.
Huh. Guess I'll call Radiant.
Hey, come back here.
I got this.
I just didn't feel appreciated. I was leaking for days and they never helped.
Here, this will help.
Your toilet shouldn't run. But if it does, call Radiant.
Welcome back in here on the Vibe Live Network. Tonight's broadcast brought to you, of course, by Terrytown Pharmacy, Radiant Plumbing and AC, Lowy Law Firm, Prominent Title, and, of course, Rigby Slack.
Sorry, number 9, Ames Alejandro.
So brings up Alejandro here. So we turn things over. Top of the third inning. And pitch here. Gets the called strike, 0-1 count. Alejandro lays off the 0-1 pitch. 1-1 count. Buda Johnson, the future added district member of that will be taking the place of Lake Travis and Westlake. They'll be joining in. They're tied at 2 with Kamal Canyon as Ames Alejandro with a solid base hit.
Number 13, Zach Huff.
That's how the Maroons get one on. Brings Huff up to the plate here for his first plate appearance. And a bunt laid down, the throw not in time. As Alejandro dove for the bag, it's one away. Keeps a runner at first, brings up Jason Martinez for his second go-around here at the plate.
Number 10, Jason Martinez.
Had a lengthy at-bat his first time up against Rodriguez. We'll see how he answers. Coach A calls them over, so they'll take like a little brief timeout, have a little powwow chat. Rodriguez steps off. This pitch comes in. Martinez chops it back down the line to second. That's 2 away, but it does advance Huff into scoring position. That's how Charlie Dice will step up to the plate. And what an opportunity here for Dice. Base hit would score. Two away. Pitch high and upstairs and looking in the direction of Huff. I don't think that was intentional. You typically don't see a lot of pitch outs at this level, but I think we've seen maybe a couple here tonight. Now wind is picked back up. Pitch. Dice has this one lifted. It gets down as a base hit. Huff rounding third, digging for the plate, and he's in. And Charlie Dice with a massive base hit. And the Maroons put one on the board.
Next will be on number 6, Patrick Bird.
Brings Patrick Bird to the plate now. And Bird will take here ball 1. One-0 count here for Patrick Bird. This one driven over to short. Can he beat the throw? It was close. And ultimately, they will say he was out. So the Maroons leave one stranded, but not before Charlie Dice with an RBI single here to put the Maroons out in front for the first time here tonight. 1-0 lead, turning to the bottom half of the frame when we return.
At Horizon Bank, we're from here. With over 100 years of experience serving Central Texas customers and headquartered right here in downtown Austin, we're proud to support our community and the athletes who keep it strong. Stop by any of our Austin and Central Texas locations and see how we can help you meet your goals. We'd love to meet you. Or you can visit us on the web at horizonbank.com.
Welcome back in, bottom of the third. Maroon Baseball brought to you by Horizon Bank, Delta Millworks. As Jacob Garcia at the plate here, and he has worked himself already out in front to a 2-0 count. And then Garcia fouls us off. 2-2 now the count as this one popped over here to the first base side. The count will remain 2-2. One away. Carter fires inside. Goes for ball 3. Pitch on the way. This one popped. Just sits back down here. So 3-2 count remains here for the Maroons to work with. Carter Hayden trying to sit this one down without getting him on a bag. See if he'll do it here. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Carter Hayden with a big strike 3 swing to put one away here.
Next up, we got number 4, Andrew Rodriguez.
Brings Rodriguez up to the plate here for his second go-around. Hayden, the windup, pitch on the way. Comes back just a bit upstairs. Likes to leave them high. Really likes to attack that upper part of the zone. And he'll mix it up, but he really likes to start there. As this one swung at, got a piece of. 1-1 now the count with 2 away. This one popped, lifted into the air, out into the direction of Luke Whalen, who's able to range over. Had to get on his horse, but he'll settle underneath, and it's 2 away here for the Maroons in the bottom of the 3rd.
Number 10, Aiden Natal.
So brings up Aiden Natal. 1-0 count here for Carter Hayden. He'll set, delivers right in there for strike 1. So Carter Hayden, a little bit of a rocky start, settling in here as we head into this bottom half of the frame. Wind up, pitch on the way, swung at, big swing from Natal. That'll put him behind in the count now, 1-2. And he is staring at his last strike. The Cardinals signed their last out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Carter Hayden looking to close the book on the inning. Did not get the call. Surprisingly, it might have just been on the outside corner. 2-2 count. Hayden delivers. Going a bit down too low. Contreras had to sink over. I think he was hoping he could get Natal to chase after it. Full count, 3-2. This wind is dipped down to being more of a gusting wind. As this one's pop. Lifted in the air, Luke Whalen settles under it to do it again, and Luke Whalen helps out Carter Hayden. It's 2 away here on the pop out, and we're through 3 frames of play. The Maroons lead by 1, heading into the top of the 4th here on the Vipe Live Network, your home for Maroon baseball.
Hi, I'm Jenny Covert. Welcome to Covert Chevrolet in beautiful Bastrop, Texas, where small town values drive big time savings. At Covert Bastrop, we understand what matters to you most. A good deal, great service, and dealing with people you trust. What matters to you matters to us. Rooted in family values since 1909, the Coverts have been serving Central Texas for 6 generations. We want to be your car dealer. Let us prove it. Covert Chevrolet, Highway 71 in Bastrop. Together, let's drive. CovertBastrop.com.
Nance Orthodontics is committed to providing the highest quality orthodontics for the Austin community. Dr. Nance is a board-certified orthodontist and offers Invisalign and braces to create beautiful smiles. Our friendly team is passionate about creating beautiful, life-changing smiles for all ages. With the latest technological advances, patient comfort and happiness are our highest priority. Give us a call for your complimentary consultation today.
Welcome back in.
Jimmy Bramble.
Bramble will get you started here in the top of the fourth. And Bramble fouls this one off. Bodie Martiak on deck. And 1 count here for Bramble. Rodriguez still working off the mound here. This one does not get the call in the Del Valle favor. 1-1 the count. Now, I was talking earlier, all the sporting events going on right now, and of course, you know, the FIFA World Cup yet to come. I think we're not too far away from that. 2-1 count here for Bramble. But then you add on to it, you know, and this is for the nerds among us, okay, which I will, you know, the sports nerds among us, you know, the local Dallas Cowboy fan in your house, or the Houston Texan fan in your house, or just the overall NFL enthusiast is probably paying attention right now. They got their ESPN notifications on, and you're married to them. You know, they live in your household. You're probably tired of hearing ESPN going off on their phone. It's NFL free agency. I mean, everything, all the big news going down right now. You know, which a lot of it happened yesterday as Bramble works himself out to a full count here in a good spot. 1-0 lead, Bramble. The pitch on the way here from Rodriguez. And Bramble fouls it off, so we'll stay at 3-2. You know, you kind of sit in this spot here that, you know, with everything going on, it sometimes kind of get lost with all the ESPN notifications, the flurry of moves that happened yesterday. Some big news kind of goes down today, not as much. I think the biggest news just broke, you know, while we were here on the air is Bramble has this one lifted right out into center field. And it's one away. Brings up Bodie Martiak.
Next up, we got number 7, Bodie Martiak.
So one away, Martiak lifts this one out towards right field. That one stays high and easy enough to range under. That's 2 away here for the Maroons. Brings up Luke Whalen, the right fielder here for the Maroons.
Luke Whalen.
Tonight. Him and Martiak kind of seem to flip-flop kind of out there, but man, this lineup's been about kind of what I would have thought it was. Everything from the lineup itself to the order to defensive positioning as Luke Whalen gets on a bag again. This one with a nice base hit. Brings Osby Contreras to the plate. It's that kind of consistency from Whalen that'll see you start to sort of climb the pecking order, so to speak, here. Puts Contreras in a good spot. 2 away, no bad time for a 2-out rally. Pitch on the way. away. This one down and away. A little bit too low, just scraping the turf there. 1-0 count. Two-0 now here for Contreras. Let's see how Contreras handles this one. Just cuts over the top. Spikes that one back. 2-1 the count. And Contreras pops this over to short. That throw to second is in time to take out the sliding Luke Whalen. So Maroons leave one stranded. Tough time getting things going, but Luke Whalen, a modicum of consistency so far for the Maroons here tonight. 2 plate appearances, 2 base hits. Maroons lead by 1. Bottom of the 4th when we return here on the Vibe Live Network.
Almost every day, banking touches some aspect of your life, from growing your business, saving for retirement, or planning for future generations of your family. That's why it's so important to pick the right financial partner. The good folks at Plains Capital Bank have deep roots in Austin, serving Central Texas owned and operated businesses for over 20 years, from commercial real estate to managing your wealth. You can find them at plainscapital.com or call them at 457-7500. And when you talk to them, be sure to tell you that my friend Paul said hello, member FDIC.
Maroon Baseball is supported by Austin's oldest independently run pharmacy, Terrytown Pharmacy. Founded in 1941, Terrytown Pharmacy has been family owned and operated since 1950, and the Newberry family is loyal forever. Visit Terrytown for great customer service, incredible gifts, and necessities. If you haven't transferred your prescriptions yet, give them a call. Thank you, Terrytown Pharmacy, for your consistent annual support of Maroon Athletics. Terrytown Pharmacy, online at terrytownpharmacy.com.
Welcome back in here on the Vibe Live Network. David Roy here in the broadcast booth as we get you set up here. Bottom of the 4th inning yet to come here for the Maroons. Carter Hayden, who maybe didn't start out the way you would like, but he has settled in. And, hard to complain about his start here tonight when he has been pretty effective, pretty efficient going here. Take a look at the numbers here for you as we come into the bottom of the 4th. Maroons, a run scored, 3 hits for them. Do have the 1 error. And then, of course, 3 hits so far for Del Valle. They've got nothing to show for. The runs scored here for the Maroons came in the top of the 3rd. That's how we got to where we are. And Rodriguez pops this one over to the Maroon dugout. I mean, he popped it. You hear it in the microphone. So 1-2 count. Hayden's pitch. Just missed. 2-2 now the count. Swing strikeout. Contreras. Throw to first in time. 1 away. Kind of the running strikeout there a little bit.
So we got number 15, Jordan Garcia.
Brings up Jordan Garcia for his 2nd time up. Did get on. in his first plate appearance. We'll see if Carter Hayden can keep him from returning serve and repeating that course of action. Hayden will miss this one here, ball 1. Vandegrift currently leads Stony Point. They're through 3 frames of their own. 1-0 lead over there. Liberty Hill currently beating up on Leander. 3-0 early in that one. That one just starting top of the third about 15 minutes ago. Buda Johnson, Kamal Canyon still tied at 2. Westwood and McNeil tied at nothing, much like this game started early on. That game still in the top of the second inning. 1-2 count here, Maroons. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Carter Hayden sits down Jordan Garcia on strikes.
And number 11, Jorge Alvarado Flores.
Brings up Flores. Pitch on the way, this one chopped. Gets through, just gets by Zach Huff. Bird went out there. Charlie Dice waves him off, and that is a base hit here for Jorge Alvarado Flores. That'll bring up Ronwell Martinez. But he steps up into a situation where the Maroons have already picked up 2. So 2 away, 1-0 lead here for the Maroons. Runner on for the Cardinals. And Carter Hayden's first pitch misses, 1-0 count. Second one is just over the top of the zone. So 2-0 here for Hayden. And 3-0 here. Carter Hayden comes back high again. So Carter Hayden now with a runner on finds himself down 3-0 in the count. And he will just go ahead and walk Martinez. Ball 4, puts 2 on, and Coach A will call time. You kind of see it there. Carter Hayden wasn't quite his best pitch in there. He didn't step in and drive it, just kind of, he almost lobbed it in there for ball 4. And now they're looking around, kind of having a conversation on where Carter Hayden and Contreras and everybody stands. This is the first time Coach A has come out to the mound, had a conversation, and it's pretty brief. Pats Carter Hayden on the shoulder. Hayden addresses the rest of the infield, and away we go. 2 away, 2 on here for the Maroons. 1 in scoring position. Micah Campos, the courtesy runner, out there at second. Ronwell Martinez got on with a walk, brings up Jeffrey Garcia here. For Del Valle, he falls behind in the count 1-0 here. Carter Hayden. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, big swing from Garcia, and that'll bring up the 1-1 pitch here on the way from Carter Hayden. And Hayden comes back, strike number 2. Looking to leave a pair of runners stranded. 1-2 count. Hayden delivers. Strike 3. Catches Garcia looking. And Carter Hayden retires aside with a massive strike 3 to get you out of the inning. Maroons only lead by 1. Going in to the top of the 5th. Carter Hayen gave up a couple base runners, but will leave them stranded. And now this Maroon batting order looks to go back to work on the other side.
Huh. Guess I'll call radio.
Hey, come back here.
I got this.
I just didn't feel appreciated. I was leaking for days and they never helped.
Here, this will help.
Your toilet shouldn't run. But if it does, call Radiant.
I'll get me back in. Ames Alejandro just made contact. Has it chopped down the line to third.
Number 13,
And
Zach Huff.
he just couldn't beat the throw. Slid into first. Couldn't beat it. Down the line here. Of course, tonight's broadcast is Maroon Baseball. Brought to you by Delta Millworks and Radiant Plumbing and Air Conditioning. One away here. Huff stands in, takes for ball 1, 1-0 the count. With a 1-0 lead, and 1 away. Pitch on the way here, that fits in for strike 1. Must have been on the edge. Huff wasn't particularly in a rush to take a hack at that one. This one skips its way across the plate for ball 2. So the 2-1 offering, Rodriguez. Big hack from Huff. Just slashes over that one. 2-2 the count. Couldn't catch up with it. As this one, Huff just kind of turns that shoulder, ball 3. Just rips that shoulder kind of in the reverse direction, almost like a reverse swing. Full count here, 3-2, 1 out. And time called here by Huff. Good chance to gather himself, good opportunity, good decision. Full count, take a break, regather yourself, get your mind right here, coming up to it, fouls it off. And, you know, the biggest thing, James and I would always talk about, certainly something James would always emphasize. I don't see Mr. James Scott in attendance here tonight. As Huff gets on with the ball 4. But, the whole mentality of have a plan, right? As a batter in the order, come up to the plate, have a plan. By this point, you've seen a lot of what you're going to get thrown. Have a plan. Have something in mind that, hey, if they're going to do this, we're going to do this. And, whether it's you lay down a bunt, Coach A may give you a plan too, but just kind of, go with an approach, how you're going to attack this at-bat. And, each at-bat is so unique. Just have in mind how you're going to attack it. And some guys do it in different ways. And some guys, and sometimes you kind of have to improvise, but, go up with a plan, be willing to be flexible with it. As Martinez fouls this one off, 0-1. It's all just a part of it, and it's all part of the mental aspect that maybe doesn't get talked about. Sometimes it's really easy to just get caught up in, the hand-eye coordination. You got to see it, you got to catch up to it, take a swing at it. As Martinez lays down the bunt, he's got the speed. The throw does get there before Martinez can, but I think it was a lot closer than Del Valle would have liked it to be. That is 2 away. But it puts Huff in scoring position, and it brings up who other than Charlie Dice. Dice had a base hit single with an RBI attached to it earlier tonight. Can he do it again? Same situation. Sally Maroons got their first run. Dice has an opportunity to repeat that right here with Bird on deck. Takes this one. Dice upstairs, 1-0. Rodriguez peeks over his shoulder, looking at Huff, comes back, and Dice fouled that off in the direction of Coach A. Coach A out there recreating a scene from The Matrix. The way he had to twist out of the way of that one. It's a question, somebody would have to ask Coach A, does he think himself as a Neo or a Morpheus? Dice takes the 1-1, gets him out in front here a little bit. Still with a big opportunity, still with one in scoring position. Base hit would score. Huff. Dice gets a called strike 2. That was low. Coach A not too thrilled about it, but he's more concerned with Huff. Maroons faithful will let the umpire hear it more often than not. No doubt about that. 2-2 the count here. And Rodriguez will step off. Once a different call from Alvarado Flores here from behind the plate. 2-2. End of 5. Vandy still leading 1-0 as Dice pops this one over to second. He's got to beat it, and he does! But it'll hold the runners at the corners. What a spot.
We got number 6.
Adam Bonda dove for it and just kind of, I don't know what he was thinking. He took his time making the throw over to first, but either way, 2 away, runners at the corners, brings up Patrick Bird now. Base hit. I figured the base hit would score, but because of where it wound up with Bonda, but Bird lifts this into left center, and that'll be a pop out here to retire the side. Leaves a pair stranded for the Maroons. But Zach Huff has looked really good. Came 90 feet away from having another run score for him. And Charlie Dice, I think they thought for sure Banner was going to go to the plate with it, and they hold Huff at third. And it's the right decision, right? You hold him at third, but I think kind of looked more down the line to see what the play was at first, but I'm going to guess that if you're, Coach A, you kind of have Huff kind of flirt with home plate a little bit to force Banda to hold it, right? And I don't know, whatever the case may be, he just couldn't get a good grip on it. Either way, we head to the bottom of the 4th. Maroons still lead by 1.
At Horizon Bank, we're from here. With over 100 years of experience serving Central Texas customers and headquartered right here in downtown Austin, we're proud to support our community and the athletes who keep it strong. Stop by any of our Austin and Central Texas locations and see how we can help you meet your goals. We'd love to meet you. Or you can visit us on the web at horizonbank.com.
Back at the top for Del Valle, we got number 2, Adam Banda.
Take a look at the numbers here. For you on the evening, still the 1 run, but the Maroons lead in hits. Adam Banda comes up here for Del Valle. They'll sit behind now 0-2 in the count. After Bonda fouled off the 0-1 pitch, here's Carter Hayden. This one sails over the first base side for a foul ball, so the 0-2 count holds. Hope everybody tonight just, keep an eye on your weather. All those storms currently sitting west of the I-35 corridor. As Huff couldn't get there, Patrick Bird did. He just does not make the throw in time. That's 1 on for Del Valle. What an effort by Zach Huff. Went sliding down across the turf to try and get over there. He was just a little bit behind it, bounces over. Fortunately, Patrick Bird is there. But, man, credit Huff, who cleared all the way. I mean, he was about as close to second base as Bird was. And a good job by Patrick Bird. Just couldn't get the throw over there in time. Jacob Garcia at the plate right now, sits down in the count 0-2, thanks to the work by Carter Hayden thus far with this plate appearance and at bat for Garcia. Hayden gets him to chase. That'll sit Garcia down on strikes. 1 away here, 1 on.
Next up, we got number 4,
as Andrew Rodriguez comes to the plate. He's been working against Carter Hayden as the other pitcher on the mound here tonight for Del Valle. He'll take 4 strike 1. Carter Hayden has not been at the plate. He's got Martiak in as his DH. There's strike 2. Rodriguez can't catch up with that one as Carter Hayden puts that one by him. So the 0-2. And Haynes' pitch skips off the plate. 1-2 now the count. With 1 away. Carter Hayden has this one lifted. Luke Whalen couldn't get there in time. I think, can't fault him for it. Was worried about the bounce if he didn't get there, so he just he pulls up. Must have swirled. He might have lost it in the lights. So he pulled up short, brings up Aiden Natal. Del Valle has 2 on. 1 away. And Carter Hayden finds strike 1. Hayden looking really, really good off the mound here tonight. This one in there for strike 2. So 0-2 count here for Carter Hayden. 2 on, 1 in scoring position. Pitch upstairs. It's chest level there. So 1-2 count. Swing and a miss from Natal, and that's its 2 down now on strikes.
Yeah, number 3, Zach Rodriguez.
Brings Rodriguez to the plate for Del Valle. And this one gets driven. Bird can't get there. It'll go down as a base hit. And this throw at the plate is close. And he's out. What a throw. Jason Martinez. Holy cow, gets the throw over there. Didn't even use a cutoff. Just does it himself. Strong arms it, and Contreras sets up and makes the tag. It records the out and holds the lead for the Maroons. 1-0, top of the 6th. Coming up here from Cardinal Field.
Hi, I'm Jenny Covert. Welcome to Covert Chevrolet in beautiful Bastrop, Texas, where small town values drive big time savings. At Covert Bastrop, we understand what matters to you most. A good deal, great service, and dealing with people you trust. What matters to you matters to us. Rooted in family values since 1909, the Coverts have been serving Central Texas for 6 generations. We want to be your car dealer. Let us prove it. Covert Chevrolet, Highway 71 in Bastrop. Together, let's drive. CovertBastrop.com.
Nance Orthodontics is committed to providing the highest quality orthodontics for the Austin community. Dr. Nance is a board-certified orthodontist and offers Invisalign and braces to create beautiful smiles. Our friendly team is passionate about creating beautiful, life-changing smiles for all ages with the latest technological advances. Patient comfort and happiness are our highest priority. Give us a call for your complimentary consultation today.
Welcome back in. Top of the 6th inning, Jenny Bramble steps up here to the plate. We open you up here, top of the 6th. 1-0 count here already for Bramble, and really the hesitation there at third allowed Martinez to rip that one, and it pulled Contreras off the plate, but that throw was on point. Contreras was able to get out in front. The delay, I mean, they were so far behind. Had to tag up, and it just creates the opportunity for the Maroons as Bramble takes for strike one. 2-1 the count here. Pitch on the way on the 2-1. This pitch in there. So 3-2 full count for Jimmy Bramble, top of the 6th inning. Wind up here, pitch. Inside ball 4, Jimmy Bramble. Take a bag, sir.
Here we got number 7, Brody Martiak.
And that brings Bodie Martiak here to the plate for his third go-around on it. Coach A having a conversation. They do have a courtesy runner in here for Bramble out there at first. Landon Shipper will check in as a courtesy runner. So runner at first. Pitch on the way, Martiak drives that one. That one rolls out into the outfield. It's a base hit. And Landon Shipper slides into third. And because of the throw down the line to third, Martiak is able to get into second. So it's a base hit single. He advances to second. On the throw down the line to third, that brings up Luke Whalen. And he's got 2 in scoring position to work with and nobody out behind him. As the Maroons
Number 3, Luke.
already up by 1, looking to add to their lead here tonight. 1-0 count. Rodriguez delivers. Whalen rips it right back at the mound. And that'll hold the runners at second and third, puts 1 away. That is a great reflex by Rodriguez there off the mound to just stick the glove up and have it just skip right back into it. And then a good job, too, from Rodriguez coming off the mound, feeling it, to peek around. Second, third, looking, and then finally makes the throw to first to hold the other 2. That will lead to our first meeting at the mound here for Del Valle here this evening. Contreras stepping up to the plate, only the 1 out, 2 in scoring position. Likely a conversation here with the infield to discuss how they're going to play it. Maybe some kind of pointers in there. Rodriguez not being pulled, not being replaced. Have not really seen much action out of the Del Valle bullpen just yet. Shipper standing in for Bramble at third. Martiak over at second. Contreras at the plate. And they just went ahead and told Contreras to go over to first. My guess is a balk. And they'll have a courtesy runner. Looks like David Chapa will come in for Osby Contreras. That'll bring up Ames Alejandro. And load the bases. And Alejandro pops this one into foul territory. I can't figure out, unless they signaled, did they signal for that to be an intentional walk of Contreras? It's kind of a weird setup. I hadn't seen the indication for a balk. Because, I mean, Contreras had barely just sat up. And then the umpire here behind the plate just pointed him, told him to go to first. Either way, 0-1 count here. Only the 1 out. Alejandro takes it and shakes his head at it. Rightfully so. 1-1 count. Bases loaded here for the Maroons. Rodriguez sets. Fires. Alejandro rips that one. That sits down. It's a base hit. And Shipper will score. Ames Alejandro with an RBI single to add to the Maroon lead. They're up 2-0 here over Del Valle. And that brings Zach Huff back to the plate. Base is still loaded. Only the 1 out. Martiak moves down the line. He's 90 feet away. Chapa standing in for Contreras at second. Alejandro still at first. And Huff will take here for ball one. This pitch down and away. Stony Point takes a lead over Vandy, 2-1 going into the bottom of the sixth. Liberty Hill out in front of Leander by a wide margin, 9-0. As Huff takes for strike one, 1-1 the count. He singled in each of his two previous plate appearances here tonight. 1-1 count here. Pitch on the way. Huff takes ball two. Gets him back out in front of the count. So the 2-1. Pitch on the way. Huff sees this one ripped by him. 2-2 now the count. Maroons fans spurring him on. 2-0 lead. And he'll pop this over. It stays in the infield. The throw to first is in time. It's out number two, but it does score Bodie Marniak. 3-0 lead, two in scoring position. And that's how we turn the order over for Jason Martinez. Martinez has this one popped sky high and shallow here. And that'll retire the side. But the Maroons score two in the top half of the inning. They'll leave two more on the bases. But they're in control. 3-0 as we turn the inning to the bottom of the sixth. And Carter Hayden looks to go back to work here on the Vibe Live Network.
Almost every day, banking touches some aspect of your life, from growing your business, saving for retirement, or planning for future generations of your family. That's why it's so important to pick the right financial partner. The good folks at Plains Capital Bank have deep roots in Austin, serving Central Texas owned and operated businesses for over 20 years, from commercial real estate to managing your wealth. You can find them at plainscapital.com or call them at 457-7500. And when you talk to them, be sure to tell you that my friend Paul said hello, member FDIC.
Welcome back in here on the Vibe Live Network. Brings Jordan Garcia to the plate as we turn the lineup over. Bottom of the sixth. And a 1-0 count here early here for Jordan Garcia. Carter Hayden trying to close the deal, and he will dome Garcia with this pitch. Got him right on the side of the batter's helmet. Brings up Jorge Alejandro Flores.
Number 11, Jorge Alvarado Flores.
And he'll step into a pretty good spot. Nobody out, runner on, but the Maroons lead by 3. Get you caught up as to how we got here in just a moment. We'll let this pitch go through. Got the signal out, the stop here. Kind of waiting as Flores was kind of messing with some equipment. And then finally gets a go-ahead. That wind is picked right back up. As this in there for strike one. Take a look at the numbers. Been a busy inning. 7 hits scored here for the Maroons. 3 runs off of them. Only the 4 hits for Del Valle still, each of them with an error. And right now the Maroons holding that big 3 runs scored lead, and Carter Hayden up to strike 2 here against Flores. Does have a runner standing in at first. Let's see if Carter Hayden can close out the night here for the Maroons. Pitching out there. Force Contreras to step out. 1-2 count. And Carter Hayden's pitch does not get the called strike 3. Just on the corner, ball 2. So an even 2-2 count with a runner on, and Hayden misses high this time. Full count. Pitch on the way from Carter Hayden. That's in there for strike 3. Sits Flores down looking. 1 away with a runner on.
Number 8, Ronel Martinez.
Brings up Ronel Martinez here for the Cardinals of Del Valle. Pitch on the way. This gets fouled off. I act on reflex and tuck out of the way, even though there's a net thing there. 0-1 count. Sometimes reflex just gets you. Survival instincts. At least they're still intact. 0-1 count. Pitch on the way. This one low and outside. 1-1 count, 1 on. As this gets fouled off into the netting. 1-2 now the count here for Ronel Martinez. The wind is whistling into the microphone. I'm talking behind an iPad here, acting like it's a coach's tablet. Feeling very official, but, I don't know how effective it is at keeping that at bay. Another no called strike. This is a ball. It's a couple of close ones that I think I'd call them 50-50 pitches where, depending on the umpire, half the time you're probably going to get called strike, half the time maybe called ball. Evens up the count 3-2. And this one ripped down the line. Jimmy Bramble tags the bag. Can't get the in time. He did a good job stopping it, and it just rests against the bag. So he didn't have to do too much in terms of getting the out at first, but does put a runner in scoring position. And Carter Hayden's night is coming to a close. He will come out in the inning, and they will pull Jason Martinez in out of the outfield to close the night out. And it appears Bodie Martiak will be taking somebody's place in the outfield. We'll see how this switches up. Cannot fully close the book yet on Carter Hayden, as he is still responsible for the runner at second, but an opportunity for Jason Martinez to close. So not a bad spot. You go to the lefty in Martinez after Carter Hayden has done a good bit of work. So I'm not sure. My guess is, based on the outfield configuration currently and the way of what we've seen before is that what Coach A is doing is he will slide dice out of left over to center. And then Martiak will slide out to left and take Dice's place. Waylon will hold in right field. Would be my guess. And that's why it's only a guess, because I was wrong. Bodie Martiak does take Martinez's place out in center field. Charlie Dice will remain in left. Luke Waylon will remain in right. So Martinez comes into a situation with 2 away, runner in scoring position. And a 3-0 lead. So, Martinez loads this pitch. It's popped sky high. Jimmy Bramble snags it for out number 3 and then retires the side. That leaves one stranded, top of the 7th. When we come back here on the Vibe Live Network, Maroons in control and trending towards their first district win of the season.
Maroon Baseball is supported by Austin's oldest independently run pharmacy, Terrytown Pharmacy. Founded in 1941, Terrytown Pharmacy has been family-owned and operated since 1950, and the Newberry family is loyal forever. Visit Terrytown for great customer service, incredible gifts, and necessities. If you haven't transferred your prescriptions yet, give them a call. Thank you, Terrytown Pharmacy, for your consistent annual support of Maroon Athletics. Terrytown Pharmacy, online at terrytownpharmacy.com.
Huh. Guess I'll call radio.
Hey, come back here. I got this.
I just didn't feel appreciated. I was leaking for days and they never helped.
Here, this will help.
Your toilet shouldn't run. But if it does, call Radiant.
Welcome back in. Top of the 7th, just set to get underway. Brings Charlie Dice to the plate here. There's an RBI single here tonight. Wouldn't have an RBI, but wouldn't mind the single. 1-0 lead. And Dice chops that one. That'll roll into foul territory here. So 1-1 count here for Dice. I think he was hoping it with, he chopped it. And just Coach A called for time here. Do not have a change at pitcher right now for Del Valle. Rodriguez still standing in here at the mound here for the Cardinals. Used here a few too many times there. I was watching Ted Lasso the other night. It's the episode about the whole thing about plan, where a word becomes a sound. I gotta remember what Coach Beard calls it. There's a term for that. 2-1 count here from Rodriguez. I don't remember what you referred to it as. Dice pops this one. This is driven out to right field, and it'll settle underneath it. Garcia, one of the Garcia trio in the outfield for Del Valle,
Number 6
will settle underneath for out number 1. And brings to the plate Patrick Bird. you really kind of have, too, a double whammy effect here from Coach A. Not only the decision to have Carter Hayden sit down, it's built you up a 3-0 lead from his work on the mound in terms of holding, Del Valle off, and of course the help of the outfield and the infield around him. That throw by Martinez to Contreras was still fantastic earlier tonight. But then you also you make the change right after Martinez has been at the plate for what would be his last time here tonight. It's pretty good decision making, pretty good timing for making that change here. 1-1 count. Patrick Bird sliced over the top of that one, lifts this one into foul territory, puts him down to the count 1-2 here tonight. At this at bat, top of the 7th. Jimmy Bramble on deck. He will get at least one more plate appearance as Bird fouls off the 1-2. We'll do it again. Rodriguez pitch too high, up over the zone for Bird. Evens up the count at 2-2. And this misses. It's a wild pitch, ball 3. Shame nobody's on a bag. Either way, 3-2 count. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss by Bird. Couldn't catch up to it. Rodriguez blows that one past him. So 2 away brings Jimmy Bramble to the plate. And what should be the Maroons' final out of the night. And we will see a meeting at the mound here for Del Valle. And dapping up gloves. Rodriguez will hold serve at the plate, or at the mound, excuse me.
And number 1,
so looking to just get out of this inning, holding a 3-0 deficit. That's what Rodriguez's goal is here. Pitch on the way. This one just catches the bottom third of the zone. A 1 count here for Bramble. He'll rip this one down the way. That'll stay fair, and that'll allow Bramble to round first. Bramble's got a set of wheels, and Jimmy Bramble will slide into third. With 2 away, Jimmy Bramble, a triple. And what an opportunity now for Bodie Mardiak. We'll see our second meeting here at the mound, and that should conclude Rodriguez's night. Here from the mound for Del Valle, and it will. The changeup here will be Jacob Garcia. He will come out of left field for Del Valle. So the Garcia trio out in the outfield has been broken up. That'll leave two of the Garcias out there in the center field and leave our lone left fielder. I haven't seen a number on his uniform yet. Trying to get you the number here. If he could turn around, that would be great. Those numbers on the back of the uniforms are so much bigger. But I believe, from looking at it, as far as I can tell, it would be 18, which would be Giovanni Garza, who would be out there taking his place. Two away here from Ardiak. Runner standing in, scoring position down the line at third. He'll take here for ball one. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Big swing from Ardiak. 1-1 count. Can't imagine we'll have too many more changes. Martiak rips this one into right field. And that'll record the out to retire the side. 3-0 Maroon lead. Del Valle's down to their final 3 outs, their last chance to try and rally here against the Maroons. And Jason Martinez looking to close a 9 out when we come back here on the Vibe Live Network. We'll get back in here on the Vibe Live Network. No further changes for the Maroon defense. Outfield and infield remain the same. The only change has been who has been on the mound. Carter Hayden got the start, and what an impressive start it has been. Gave up a handful of hits, but no runs scored, thanks to some impressive play from the Maroons around him. Jason Martinez had an impressive throw back to the plate to stop the lead runner. Kept a run from scoring. It was impressive. It was massive. As this gets fouled off. Martinez up to an 0-2 count here already, bottom of the 7th. Pitch on the way. This gets fouled into the netting. The 0-2 it will remain. Oh, 2 count. Martinez. This pitch pops up and over, and Bird here in the top of the 7th, or bottom of the 7th, excuse me. Same problem he had to start the night. He had a little case of the Butterfingers out there. Bobbles that one. And that's a base runner here giving up. Martinez with 1 on, nobody out. Brings Garcia. So now you have your 2 relievers against each other here. With Martinez looking to close tonight, it would give Carter Hayden the win. This one fouled off just barely, strike 1. Oh, 1 count. Martinez comes back over. Good news about it, it makes it pretty easy for Martinez. Left-handed pitcher, pretty easy to peek at what's going on over at first. And now if you're Del Valle, you would be aggressive on the base paths here especially. It's gotten later in the game. You're going to be aggressive. And so Martinez takes time here. 0-1 count. Just a couple throws over to first. Let him know that he's still here, still looking that way. 0-1 count now. Martinez looks back and forth, comes back over. This one gets by, strike 1. Just barely contact made there. Strike 2, I should say. And the 0-2 here. Barely any contact. Big swing, though. Garcia trying to erase this 3-0 deficit in one swing, it feels like. When in reality, Del Valle needs a couple more base runners. Tying run is in the on-deck circle. And the Maroon fans don't like that call. Ball 1 here. So 1-2 count. Martinez from the windup. Peaks, comes back. Good job by Jimmy Bramble. Holds with it. 1-2 count. Martinez looking to get an out here, bottom of the inning. Peaks, delivers. This one lifted. Martiak is right there for it in a shallow center field. Out number 1. 2 remaining here for Del Valle.
Next up, number 18, Giovanni Garza.
Brings in Giovanni Garza, who took Garcia's place out in left field. 1 on, 1 out here for Giovanni Garza, his first plate appearance of the night. Pitch on the way from Martinez. This in there for strike 1. Zips it past Garza. The 0-1 count. Martinez fires this one in there. Does not get the call. So it evens up the count. Wind continuing to howl. There's weather creeping in. Martinez gets Garza to bite on the 1-1 pitch. It was chasing after it. So the Maroons and Martinez out ahead here. Trying to pick up out number 2. This one in there. Contreras held it there a half second longer. Wonder if the umpire might change his mind. 2-2 the count now. Pitch on the way. It's in there for strike 3. Garza gets sat down looking. 2 away. And they are down to their third and final out. With only the one on, Aiden Natal will stand here at the plate. And Natal fouls this one off. Crucial at bat here for Del Valle. 2 away, 1 on, tying run still, and would be in the on-deck circle. Martinez is trying to get out of the inning without ever having to face him. Sets the 0-1, delivered. Strike 2. Natal didn't even get the bat off the shoulder. And he falls behind 0-2. Big pitch here from Martinez. To close the night. This one skips in. Contreras. The throw is high. It gets into the outfield. But Mardiak is there. Bonda is held at second. I'll get by on the passed ball. 0-2 count. 1-2 count now, excuse me. Still in a good spot if you're Martinez. 1 in scoring position. That's in there, ball 2. This pitch. Foul, miss for ball 3. Ball 4 walk. Puts 2 on, tying run now at the plate. Martinez can still record the save. I'm going to joke they tried to set it up to add some suspense to the drama when he does record it, because now your tying run comes to the plate.
Number 3, Zach Rodriguez.
2 away, 2 on. Big opportunity here for Jason Martinez to close out the night. This pitch drops in, strike 1. Pitch on the way, strike 2. Can record the save and give Carter Hayden the win with this out. Just needs to throw another strike. Time called here from the plate. Pitch on the way, swing, a miss. The throw to first is in time. And the Maroons shut out Del Valle. And Austin High records their first win on the season in district play. Carter Hayden, your winning pitcher, gets through 5 2/3 innings pitched, 1 1/3 pitched for Jason Martinez. And Martinez takes care of business. He'll record the save. Carter Hayden will record the win. And the Maroons pick up their first district win of the season. So Jason Martinez records a save. Austin High 3-0 the final score here from Carnell Field. Charlie Dicecott all started with an RBI single, and then later on the Maroons were able to really set it around. Top of the sixth, they scored a couple. Dice was involved in that again. Huff and company were as well. So the Maroons 3-0, the final score. That'll set the stage for Game 2 of this two-game series to be played Friday night at Burger Field. It's a 5 o'clock opening pitch. We'll be right there for it. And the Maroons take care of business. 3-0 here on the Vipe Live Network. You've been watching the Vipe Live Network, your home for the Maroons. They're shutting everything down, so we'll shut things down as well and get you out of here. The Maroons get the win. Carter Hayden, your winning pitcher. Jason Martinez records a save. What a night to start district play. We'll sign off. We'll see you back here Friday night at